Welcome back to the Opal Management YouTube channel. My name's Enver. I'm one of the co-founders here at Opal Management. Today's video is going to be a little different. I'm not going to be going for a presentation or have any scripts. I have some notes here on screen of something that I want to talk to you guys about, and we're just going to kind of go through it ad hoc. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you gain value from this, and I feel like this is an important subject. Today's video, we're going to be talking about 3 tips, 3 ways that you can improve your chats on OnlyFans, which is ultimately going to result with you generating more revenue. But not only generating more revenue, you're also going to be able to increase the lifetime value of the customers and the fans that you currently have, and just build better relationships with them. So this is more of like a mindset / tips / business strategy video. Definitely important information, and this information is often overlooked in the industry. So pay attention to the video, and if you have any questions, just put them down in the comments below. Tip number 1 is focus on building a relationship with your fans, and don't just go for the hard sell all the time. There are fans that are different, right? You're going to come across fans who just want to get straight to business. They want to buy your content and they don't want to waste any time trying to build that rapport with you or have any kind of girlfriend experience on OnlyFans. For those people, go for it. Give them what they want and kind of progress on that conversation on that basis. But there are going to be some people who pop up, they say, hey, they want to know how your day's going. These kinds of people you need to build the relationships with, right? Because if you don't and you just go straight in for the hard sell, you might get the sale on that day, but they're gonna kind of sniff it out. They're gonna know what you're trying to do, and they're just gonna know you're just trying to rinse them for money, and you don't really have that opportunity or the ability to then go back on another day, a few days down the line, a week down the line, and repeat that process. So the kind of reason for this video is really just to help you guys with improving your chats on OnlyFans, but not only that, we're improving your potential of lifetime value over time with your current fans. If you can get, $500 from one fan over the space of a month or a couple of weeks, that's going to be better than getting $150 to $250 out of that fan on just one day, right? Increasing the lifetime value is better, because we're kind of thinking more long-term, not just those short-term wins. And not only that, if you're really in this game, the OnlyFans game to win, and you're in it to succeed and build a long-lasting business and career with OnlyFans, you should be thinking with this kind of long-term perspective. Now, tip number 2 kind of complements tip number 1. What I would like you guys to do is add a personal touch when following up with your fans. So what I mean by this is, if you're having a conversation with, let's just call this fan Dave for this example, right? If you're having a conversation with Dave on Monday and he's talking to you about some kind of like musician he's going to be watching on Monday evening, when you then touch base with him on Tuesday, Wednesday, or whenever you follow up with him, ask him how that music performance was. Ask him if he enjoyed the event. Don't just send a mass pay-per-view, don't just send a mass DM saying, hey baby, how are you? I'm bored, let's chat. Because they're going to know exactly what you're trying to do, right? And even if they don't, you're still harming your potential to build that relationship even further and deeper with that client or fan, which is then obviously going to increase your lifetime value. So add that personal touch. Yes, it may take longer, but I don't know if you're managing your chats or you have a chatter or a team or an agency managing your chats, but make sure that you pass this information on to whoever's in charge of speaking to your fans and tell them that they need to be personalizing the follow-ups when they get back in touch with fans. Because when they open that message, they're going to be like, oh my God, the conversation I had last week with this model, they actually remember like what I told them, and they're asking like how that was and actually showing interest in me. One of the most valuable things you can give to someone in this day and age is attention and presence. And the fact that you've remembered something that they've said last week will go a very long way, and they'll be more interested in speaking to you. But not only that, you're probably going to stand out from 98% of other creators on a platform that are just sending mass DMs to everyone without any kind of personalization or effort in building relationships with your customers. Final tip, number 3, is when you're finished having a conversation with the client, it's slowly starting to fizzle out. You've got what you wanted, in terms of like pay-per-views and stuff like that. The conversation's coming to an end. Don't just end it there and say, yeah, have a good night, baby, blah, blah, blah. Ask them when they are next free. Ask them questions like, when can I next reach out to you? When's the best time for you to normally have a conversation? Because if they say, for example, say you're speaking to Dave on Monday, you finish that conversation with them, with Dave, and then you say, when can we next have another chat? I really enjoyed this time speaking with you. I want to do this again. You know, when can I next reach out to you? When are you next available? When's the best time to have a conversation with you? And he says something like, you know, weekends are usually best, Saturday at XYZ time. When you now reach out to him at that time, not only does he now value the relationship because you remembered what time to reach out to him, you can, in your mind as a business owner, have a kind of like a forecast of revenue that you're able to generate. You know when you can, you know, you'll make a note of that fan and when you can reach back out to them again, and you can expect to have another conversation like that, and you can expect to sell more pay-per-view content. Not only that, you know, when you're reaching out to them, it's not kind of random, they're kind of expecting it. So it just makes that initial ice-breaking phase a little bit easier because they know exactly what you're here for. They know what to expect. They've most likely been waiting for that conversation, and then you can go in and proceed as usual. So those are just 3 super quick tips on how to improve your chats on OnlyFans. This is a topic that I can do a part 2, part 3, part 4, you know, up to part 34. There's so many different types of strategies and mindset hacks and just things that you should take into consideration when chatting on the OnlyFans platform. If you enjoyed this video, let me know and I can make another series. Be sure to like, subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any recent uploads.